So for the third straight season, a midweek treat. The ACC SEC Challenge is underway, and it's the road team Texas A&M that starts with the basketball. Ruben Dominguez surveys and finds Jakari Lane. This is an Aggies team that has lots of depth to it. Mackenzie Mbako misfires from three.
It's a defensive possession there by Pitt. And I said rebound is critical, and everyone has to rebound. Both these teams, they do a lot of switching. Guards have got to go inside. There'll be a lot of cross matchups. It's important these guards battle down low, come up with some rebounds.
Pitt can't open the scoring. Robin Cialepa leaves that begging. Now, we mentioned the two very different styles of Pitt. They really only play 7 guys. Texas A&M goes 12 deep. Scoop to the hoop to open the scoring, Jakari Lane. And when the Aggies score, Randolph, they'll go full court pressure.
Yeah, it's a big part of it there, and Coach Capel can't be happy with that. He lamented to his guards. The guards of Texas A&M, they love to reject the ball screens, and Lane did that there, and here we go with a turnover here by Pitt.
Yeah, the one thing that Jeff Capel told us is we cannot turn the ball over. He wants to take a lot of the shot clock, keep possession of the ball, and keep this game low scoring. Well, they are 0-3 when they allow 70 or more.
They are, and then on that time you saw they want to break the pressure, and if there's numbers there to get a layup, they want to take advantage of it. They want to be selective when they run. That turnover you don't mind there early because it's a dead ball turnover. You get to set your defense. What you don't want is the pick sixes that gets A&M out of transition.
Good pump fake, and a bounce pass finds A.G. He's rejected at the rim. Cam Corhen, he's been the bright spot this season for Pitt so far.
He's done really well. I mean, he's increased his range on the perimeter here, and you don't want to put him in this position too. He's not a natural rim protector, and it can ill afford for him to get in foul trouble. Great block there.
And A.G., such an X factor in the big win against Florida State for Texas A&M. A monster double-double, 17 points, 17 rebounds for him. And the Aggies, they're coming in already with an ACC win. Put 95 up on the Seminoles in that win. Trying to make it back-to-back wins against the ACC. And Mbako not shy, he'll let it fly. Connects on a three to make it 5-0 early.
There's 2 defensive errors that led to 5 points. The rejecting of the ball screen, which they communicated. That time there was no switch. Mbako knocks down a 3.
Here's DeMarco Minor. He hit the buzzer beater 3 to beat Ohio State. Shot clock down to 6. Cam Corhen passes out of the double team. Minor, shot clock down to 2, has to heave it, can't hit it. And I know Pittsburgh wants to take as much of the shot clock as possible and really grind this game down.
Right.
But you can't let it go down too much without a plan.
And it's got to be some type of dribble penetration or post up, a paint touch or something like that. Someone, you can't just throw it around a 3-point line and then heave a 3. It's not the start to this game you wanted.
Offensive foul for an illegal screen, and Mbako was moving.
Again, it needs to be better communication. Indecisive here. Are they switching? That should be a switch. Great job there by Minor running into the screen. I don't think enough guards do that when guys are setting go screens.
Well, don't they teach you to go either under it or over it?
Well, they teach you to use your arms to hit the contact, but trust me, as a guard, that hurts. You don't always want to just run to a blind screen.
Here's the freshman Omari Witherspoon. Feeds Corhen inside, double teamed and draws the foul.
And that's what I think Pitt can do offensively. Get paint touches. They're as good as offensive unit as Texas A&M is. They don't have rim protection. There's no shot blockers on the floor. So just being selfish, drive the pass. A lot of help is always coming. Great job by Cam Corhen, giving a shoulder fake and drawing a foul.
Corhen nearly averaging a double-double on the season. This is a depleted Pitt front court. They are without Papa Conte tonight, who usually spells Corhen as the big man.
Yeah, he was warming up early and unable to go, and this is a really thin front line for the Panthers.
Against a team that their recipe for success is to wear you down with their depth. Good look here for Marcus Hill. Can't connect. Offensive rebound keeps it alive. Dominguez lines up a three and buries it.
Not the start you want for the Panthers, but this is Aggies basketball. Offensive rebound, pressure on you. They score. They're setting in full court pressure. A lot of running and jumping. You can see Miners looking for the help and wondering where the trap's coming from.
Pitt trying to weather the early storm from buckyball. Texas A&M playing with a lot of confidence under their first-year head coach. Kick to the corner, good look, but nothing there for Cialepa.
Cialepa's got to learn. He's open for a reason in the corner. He's settling right now for 2 threes. They're going to give him that shot. Even though they're expecting you, they're wanting you to take those jump shots. Put your head down there and force contact.
Inside to Agee, and he draws the foul. So Rashawn Agee, 2 points per game coming into that matchup with Pitt. They held them to 66. So Texas A&M, they're averaging 93 points per game. He's hoping the defense can deliver a similar effort tonight.
And they have, and they started this game making mistakes. You know, they've given up 3 baskets, and they need to figure it out because, again, their styles are different. But Ohio State's the same. They wanted this game. They do it more in execution and half court and selective transition. But they still want to get the pace up in the 90s like A&M does. And Pittsburgh Panthers got to figure a way to slow this game down and control the tempo. One thing they got to do on the offensive end when they break the pressure, they can't settle for threes. They're 0 for 3 behind the three-point line, and when they've attacked the paint, they've gotten fouled.
And they've only taken those 3 shots. They've all been from 3. And already in a 9-point hole, still looking for their first basket of this game. Going inside to Corhen. Double team comes, passes out of it. Shot clock down to 10.
They've got to get a cutter on that weak side. You can't let them get free traps and get away with it.
Here's Miner, who had the buzzer beater against Ohio State, finds Corhen, spins through 2. Can't finish, but it's tapped in by Barry Dunning Jr.
Great job by Dunning Jr. Getting to the glass there. You can hurt the Aggies. They come in the trap in the post. They're coming from the baseline side. Someone has to cut to the basket. If they don't get the ball, they'll get the offensive rebound.
Lane, the blow by, couldn't finish it. Nearly another second chance bucket. The Aggies already have 6 second chance points in the first 5 minutes of this one. Tough take for 2. Omari Witherspoon, the freshman, delivers.
Great job there again. The pressure comes, he beats it, plays off 2 feet. Nice lefty lay there by the freshman. He has the physicality and length and size to finish inside.
Foul called. Marcus Hill, he's not afraid of contact. He'll get 2 at the line.
Just a great drive there, but see, Dunning Jr. gets in on the glass, and they can hurt A&M on the glass, and I think that's part of their defensive philosophy where they can be hurt. I think their only shot blocker is former Pitt Panther Federico.
We had Federico back in the building for the first time since transferring from Pitt, part of the team that made the NCAA tournament in the 2022-2023 season.
Welcome home, Fred.
He was a fan favorite here.
He was.
And they were heartbroken to let him go to Texas Tech. And then after a year in Lubbock, has transferred to Texas A&M. There he was.
He wanted a larger role. I think offensively he realized that it wasn't just Coach Capel, but I think everyone in college basketball views him as a defender, rim protector, rebounder. And I think that's his role even in Austin, Texas.
He's getting a lot of College Station.
Yes. Which I should know. My wife would kill me because she's an Aggie.
Oh, yeah, so, you're in trouble. Well, it's funny. They're the home of the 12th man, Kyle Field. Their football team's having such a good year. And they go 12 deep on the basketball court.
They absolutely do that.
They got to be the 13th man. Another air ball. This Texas A&M defense dialed in on the road.
think a lot of settling right now for the Panthers.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Pop Isaacs, his first touch of the ball off the bench is a 3.
Another miscommunication on the switch. They're running the early drag screen. There's not a lot of communication. Are you switching or you're not?
Witherspoon rejected at the rim. It falls to Dunning in the corner. He drives baseline and scores.
Great drive there, using the rim protection for the shot blocker coming over.
Zach Clements backing down the freshman, couldn't finish it. Step back 3, Witherspoon. Got it! Back-to-back baskets, Amari Witherspoon.
Freshman out of St. John College, out of Washington, D.C. His staff loves his potential, showing you he can drive it and shoot it.
And after going down 10-1 early, Pitt is back within 4.
Here, you're switching, you're not. You can see Minor's expecting to switch. Cam Corhen is late. That's the second time they've had that miscommunication here. Witherspoon walks into a rhythm 3. He's off to a fast start here.
Here's Josh Holloway. Finds Mbako. Shot clock at 5, trying to spin his way free. And the Pitt defense very much improved. Another stop. Witherspoon's got the hot hand. Finds Dunning for 3. No good. Offensive rebound keeps it alive.
Really good size on the floor for Pitt. They're able to switch that in, do a really good job of both ends of the floor here. This is a really good offensive possession, and the previous defensive possession for the Panthers was really good. Got to continue to do that if they want to stay in this ball game.
And it's a limited bench for Jeff Capel, especially without Papa Conte available, but you do have Nojus, Indrusaitis, and Kieran Mullen, who could get some extended minutes tonight. Mullen, 12 and white. He's only played 5 minutes on the season. The freshman out of Vancouver sets the screen here. Witherspoon showing off the handles. The extra pass wide open. Indrusaitis. It was halfway down, but rolled out.
It did. Well, that's a really good offensive possession there. Really unselfish play.
The Texas A&M, they like to go fast, but sometimes too fast. They turn it over. Indrusaitis from the same spot. This time he hits it.
Coach McMillan was concerned about his group. He doesn't think their defense, their three-point defense is very good. They're not running people off the line. And he was concerned about that. He feels as though they have to do a better job of putting their heels on the three-point line and running teams off the line.
8-0 Panthers run. They've clawed it back to within 1. Deep 3, goes begging, battle for the rebound. Off Holloway, it'll be Pitt ball when we come back after the Panthers fell down. You know, everyone's heard of full court defense. Well, he plays full court offense as well, and it can wear down an opponent over the course of a game.
It does, and I made reference to Rick Pitino. You know, when he was at Kentucky, would do a lot of pressure. You know, buckyball is more of the modern day analytics on the offensive end, but the pressure back to a matchup zone, as you see here now. Pitt Panthers, again, have to do a better job on the offensive end of the floor against that zone.
The 4th shot at the end of the shot clock. Good stop from Texas A&M out of the timeout. The buckyball requires depth, though. We just showed you the 45 points off the bench per game. Going 12 deep against a Pitt team that only plays 7. Here's AG trying to get free. Isaacs launches a deep 3. Too much on it. Offensive rebound, once again won by A&M.
That's where the game starts here. When it hits the glass, who wins the glass?
Rylan Griffin with the ball in the paint, trying to shake his way for a look. AG there, cleans up the spill for 2.
And that's why both teams are going to have opportunities, because they switch a lot. And that time, Cummings had to switch on AG, and that's just not a matchup that Panthers are going to win at all. AG cleans up the glass for the easy layup.
And Griffin back into the lineup for A&M after missing the last 2 games. Right down the lane for 2, Indrusaitis.
Great job by Indrusaitis there. Attack the rim. Stop settling for jump shots. You get in the paint, good things happen.
Wide open look, nothing but the bottom of the net. Mackenzie Mbako, the immediate answer.
Mbako looks so comfortable shooting the 3-ball. A lot of this with these guys. I think there's Griffin and Dominguez are really good shooters of the basketball. Everyone else is just kind of playing with a ton of confidence.
Pull up pop, Corhen. Both offenses finding their rhythm here midway through the first half.
They're leaving their guards one-on-one right now, and can they hold up?
Count it, plus the foul. Rashawn AG muscling it home.
Yeah, AG gets it there. And what does he do? Indrusaitis is just trying to hold his ground. Just giving up so much strength. Let's see if Pitt make an adjustment. Will they dive? Will they dig? Will they trap? They're going to have to give these guards on this switch some help.
AG giving up 3 inches and about 35 pounds in that matchup. Now Jeff Capel just has such a thin front court. Not many options, particularly with Conte out of the lineup tonight for Pitt.
You can expect free throw or made field goal. It's going to be full court pressure. Got to come to the basketball. And this is where I think Pitt has multiple handlers.
Good look here. Got it! DeMarco Minor. It's another 3.
Shot 28% a year ago, and he's up to 40% this year.
Yeah, he has been red hot, including the buzzer beater to beat Ohio State. Jakari lanes high off the window for 2. We'll say so far, Randolph, it seems like A&M's getting their style more than Pitt is. You know, style makes fights. And Pitt wants to slow things down, low scoring. A&M wants to go as fast and make it a shootout.
Well, you can expect this as a freshman. Witherspoon breaks the press. And then that's an open look. You got to take it no matter where it is in the shot clock. Good look, good shot. 3-ball there. Got ourselves a ball game here. Who gets the point, I'd say, for the ACC SEC Challenge?
Continues later tonight on ESPN. North Carolina at Kentucky. If you have not seen the freshman phenom Caleb Wilson, you got to check him out for UNC.
He's incredible. Off to a great start. Must-see TV. And a really good front court for the Tar Heels.
And one of many freshmen that have taken the nation by storm in a loaded class. As the shot clock was winding down, that rims out for Brandon Cummings. Good to see him back in the lineup. Missed the last 2 games for Pitt. Dominguez a 3. He's dangerous from deep. Misfired that time. Nearly another offensive rebound for Texas A&M, but they say that Federico, who's playing his former team, was out of bounds there.
Body on the body. The game starts when the shots hit the rim this game. Guards for both teams got to play a physical brand of basketball and secure rebounds.
And A&M has already secured 8 second chance points. That could very well be the difference in this game, leading by 4.
That's why they're winning the game right now. Good for Cummings to just be coming back. He's still trying to get in condition. Missing a couple of games. And he'll be needed with the pressure, the full court pressure, to help bring the basketball up the floor and get the Panthers in the offense.
Yeah, with Conte out, the Panthers would be down to 6 in their rotation. Good defense. Hill puts it up and in for 2. Defense into offense. That's how A&M wants to be under their first-year head coach, Bucky McMillan.
Cannot turn the basketball over. They only had 5 against Ohio State. Witherspoon nearly traveled there.
And a foul called. A&M scored 5 of their last 6 shots.
Yeah, this is what you can't do here. Federico with the deflection. And here off and running. Hill with the physical contact and finish. And scoring like that allows them to set the pressure. And you've got to take care of the basketball. Get it to the rim.
Now, easier said than done when you're going against Federico. Pitt fans know that. He spent 2 seasons here in Pittsburgh playing for the Panthers. Corner 3, Minor. It's good. Cuts the lead in half.
That's great execution coming out of the timeout. That scout report shot there. You knew it was coming. Great execution.
Wide open 3, a miss by Deba. He was all alone. A defensive breakdown in transition for Pitt, but A&M fails to cash in.
Now Federico's in the game. He's the only shot blocker in this game, true shot blocker. He's in. You've got to try to put him in ball screens and pull him out of the paint because he'll alter shots like he did that shot there.
Jakari Lane, scoop to the hoop for 2. Incredible finish.
It's a really good drive there and finish.
Now, A&M has so many guys that could go coast to coast. Lane is one of them. He seems to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's grabbing his heel. Usually that's a sign of cramps. The guy starts grabbing their toes. And again, when you play this style, you're running in every game. You're pressing full court offense like this. You're playing a game defensively at a fast pace.
After falling down 9 points early, Pitt has battled their way back into this game. Indrusaitis can't connect on a 3. The Panthers have failed to take a lead, though. A&M has been in control throughout this first half. He stays with the Aggies, ball underneath their own hoop.
He makes the move there, steps through. He finishes. I don't see anything. I think he gets kicked in his leg there, stepped on.
It looks like he's just trying to walk it off over on that A&M sideline.
Yeah, you saw it get kicked, stepped on there, and that never feels good.
Mbako open for 3. A&M is getting good looks in this first half. They just have failed to make them. Just 4 of 11 for 3.
Really high-level execution on both ends of the floor the last couple possessions by both teams. Gotten good looks.
Good ball movement.
That's got to go up. That's got to go up. They're allowed
down to 5. Indrusaitis. This fires offensive rebound, keeps it alive. Barry Dunning Jr. cashes in.
Great job there fighting on the glass.
Pitt with some momentum, 3-on-2, a lob. Dunning skies to the rim, and it's a 1-point game.
Over the last 4 games, having 18 a game, but he's a really good defender and a really good switching defender, and he's got to help these guys out on the glass.
Trying to get AG going out of the timeout, and he hammers it home.
Indrusaitis is going to have nightmares tonight of guarding AG in the post. That's just a mismatch that Pitt's going to have to give some attention to if they're going to keep switching.
With Pitt's depleted front court, AG has been a problem. Dunning returns the favor and rocks the rim.
I think Pitt can control this game on the offensive end if they continue to attack the paint. Don't settle. Keep the ball on the perimeter. There are no shot blockers when Federico leads the game.
Right back to AG. They're going punch for punch. Rashawn Agee, impressive tonight.
Got to try to get the basketball out the middle of the floor. It's so hard. That middle ball screen, they haven't communicated well. They didn't switch a couple of times early, got burned by 3, and in that time, AG on the slip.
Shot clock ticks down to 6. Pitt has made their last 3 shots. Witherspoon can't make it 4 in a row after he showed off the shake. Makes up for it on defense. Body on the line to win it back for Pitt. And an easy lay-in on the other end.
Great decision there. Again, another turnover, another layup for the Panthers.
It's funny, the game is being played at the Texas A&M pace, but Pitt has the momentum right now, back within 1. 3 minutes until halftime.
But the Panthers are taking the right shots.
How about DeMarco Minor at 6 foot, swatting it out of bounds? They're dialed in on both sides of the ball right now.
Here's AG on this quick spin, a la Sean Kemp baseline dunk. 1-point game here. Great pass by the freshman. Dunning's on a weak side cut. We have got ourselves the games here. Oakland Zoo, stand up.
Here's Jay Alter with you, and we've got a good one in night 1 of the challenge here at the Peterson Event Center. A&M went up early. Pitt has battled back, but they have not led in this first half. Aggies led by as many as 9. Ryland Griffin out of the timeout, got a good look, but missed the dunk.
Great play coming out of timeout, and Griffin getting to the rim.
Griffin nearly made up for it, and his ball almost picked off there. They're going to say this ball was touched by A&M, so we'll stay Pitt basketball. The Aggies are arguing that nobody touched it.
I thought it was the right call. It's early. Does Bucky want to use the challenge?
And it was right in front of him, so maybe he feels confident that he saw that it did not hit one of his players. Because if you use the challenge and you're right, you keep the challenge.
Right.
But if you're wrong, that's it for the rest of the game.
Out of bounds challenge. The call on the floor is Pittsburgh's ball. The play will be reviewed.
New rule in college basketball: coaches can call a challenge, but if you are wrong, you lose the ability to do it for the rest of the game.
I think the question is when you use it. I mean, is this possession such a big possession in the game that you feel as though you need to use? I thought initially the ball, and he's right. It's a great challenge, great call.
He was right in front of his bench.
After review, the ball was not touched by Texas A&M. Hence, the ball is awarded to Texas A&M. That is a successful challenge by Texas A&M. 30 seconds on the shot clock.
So you just heard it. Successful challenge by Texas A&M. So Aggies ball with a 1-point lead, 2:36 remaining in this first half.
Like Pop Isaac had touched it and he didn't. Great challenge.
A&M has missed their last 5 threes. Griffin drains that one. Ryland Griffin, he's missed the last 2 games. Bucky McMillan, happy to have him back in the lineup.
He is, and this guy's playing lights out. I mean, his split is 52, 40, and 91. I know Bill Self's watching this kid now and going, where was this a year ago? I needed you a year ago. He has found himself a home.
Witherspoon patient on the 3 and draws the foul. Amari Witherspoon, some good shake there, and he'll get 3 at the line.
Freshman gets the vet on the shot fake and the foul here, but Griffin comes off there. You cheat and go under. He steps behind that line and takes advantage of the freshman there. And Witherspoon here with a chance to get those 3 back. Drawing a foul on Griffin.
You mentioned the stop at Kansas a year ago, Alabama before that, and on a team that is very deep, Griffin probably at the end of a game is the guy who you want the ball in his hand because of his experience?
Well, that was the question. You know, we had asked Coach McMillan today at halftime. I said, hey, critical part of the games, you know, late game, who do you want the ball in their hands? And he said it was Griffin. And that's key because when they've been in those moments, they hadn't been in it much, but when they have been in critical games, they've struggled with having a guy that they trust to make the decisions and make plays, and having Griffin back. It looks like that's going to be his role for the Aggies.
Witherspoon 2 of 3 at the line. He's up to 7 points to go along with 4 assists and 2 steals.
They're using Witherspoon's length and size to get the teeth of the defense and find his teammates.
AG going right at Corhen. Spins around, didn't get a good look. Good defense by Cam Corhen.
That's the matchup they want. They want Cam Corhen on AG. He has the physical size, more importantly, the length and foot quickness to keep him in front, make him shoot over top like that. It's really good defensive possession there.
Yeah, the scoring is very much slowed down, and that favors Pitt in this matchup. Dunning can't connect for 3.
Those are shots I think they settle. I don't think they get. There's no rim protection. There's no shot blockers there. You get an advantage, drive it downhill. I know you're feeling good offensively right now, but you want to continue to control the tempo and pace of this game.
Shot clock down to 10. Pop Isaacs in attack mode. Surveys, it's deflected. Cam Corhen has it.
Talk a lot about the Aggies defense. These Panthers are getting after it.
Corhen feeling it right now, spins right into a double team. And A&M can hold for the final shot, but instead they push it ahead. Clements missed it. Gives the ball back to Pitt when the Aggies could have held for the final shot.
Yeah, that's a mistake there, and that's not on Clements. He gets the ball passed to him, laying it up. That's on the guard play for the Aggies. You got to pull that out and hold it for the last shot. Let's see if it hurts him.
Clock down to 1, and Pitt fails to get a shot off. So Pitt did not take a lead in that entire first half. A&M was in front throughout. They averaged 90 plus. Pitt, they want games in the 60s and the 70s. So even though A&M has a road lead to start the second half, it's Pittsburgh that has controlled the pace more than Texas A&M tonight.
Done a good job of when they turned it over, it's been dead ball turnovers. They've only committed 3 fouls, and for a team that doesn't have the depth, that's huge.
Nearly turned it over there. Shot clock down to 6. Witherspoon, the freshman, hands it off, and a hammer from the Australian, Roman Cialepa.
Continue to take open threes if you're Pitt, but I think they have to get 2 feet in the paint every offensive possession, and I think you get whatever you want.
This game is tied for the first time since tip-off. AG, it's worked all night, but not that time.
That's the one guy I think can guard him and give him issues. That's Cam Corhen's length and athleticism. Second time he's really bothered AG in the paint.
Pull-up pop. Dunning delivers, and that is the first lead of the night for Pitt.
Great job there. AG didn't want to switch. It's another reject.
Great answer. Jakari Lane right down the lane.
That's another mistake there again to start at the game with this exact same play.
And now a turnover. Here come the Aggies. A 3. It's good. Ruben Dominguez.
Jay, this is exactly how the game started. A reject for a layup. The only difference is instead of a turnover, it's an offensive rebound and 3.
The sharp shooting Spaniard regains the lead for Texas A&M. And now a travel. And this is how the Aggies can get you with Buckyball, first-year head coach. They create the avalanche of positive plays.
Yeah, Witherspoon there, court napping. Don't look for the screen. You can switch it. And here, after forcing a turnover with the press, this is the one guy shooting as well as anyone in college basketball. 33 makes behind the three-point line, and that was 34.
AG left alone underneath. He'll make you pay, and it's a 7-0 Aggies run.
This is not the start there. Minor's got to be strong with the basketball. It's got to. You attack where the pressure's not coming from, and you see it coming on your left. You beat the defender on your right. Got to be solid with the basketball. Cannot turn it over. Get Pitt in their half-court offense. If you don't punish the pressure, you're just getting your offensive sets.
Cialepa. That rolls in. After Pitt took their first lead, 37-35, A&M responded with that 7-0 run. That's a big bucket to keep it a one-score game.
Yeah, I think that's just the mandate. Take care of the basketball like you did in the first half. You don't foul and get in the paint. You Pitt. That's the recipe for success.
Dominguez this time on the drive, left it short, follows his own miss, gets it back, fires a three, hits it.
He was too close. No layups. He was too close for a layup.
Ruben Dominguez just drilled his third three.
Freshman's got to keep track of the count in his head. Close to 5 seconds.
Now, Ruben Dominguez. Now, this is a trend all over college basketball. Going international. He's played 150 pro games in Europe, mostly in Spain. And he has brought that professionalism to Pittsburgh.
He is shooting at a level right now that not many in college basketball is doing. I mean, he's shooting nearly 50% from three, and he's one of the nation leader in made attempts. He's got 3 here tonight.
A decorated international player, Bilbao was his club in Spain. They won the FIBA European Cup last year.
ACB.
This is a trophy-winning player that has come over to America to play college basketball, and that is a big trend across the sport this year. You know, the talent has flooded between the freshmen and the internationals.
Great addition here to buckyball. Man, you're talking about, look at that.
Nearly 60% from three.
Averaging nearly 20 points a game. I mean, he's unconscious from three. I mean, there's a difference in taking as many threes as he's taking, but he fits buckyball well. He's forced Coach McMillan to put him in the starting lineup with the way he's shooting.
Yeah, you got a guy that is shooting 60% from three in the last 4 games. Yeah, you're going to find ways to get him on the court as much as possible.
A&M in the zone. First couple of possessions for Pitt. Ball just stayed on the three-point line like it is now. It's got to hit the paint at some point, either off the dribble or the pass.
Instead, Minor settles for a 3 and misses it. Eerily similar start to the second half as this game began when Texas A&M jumped on Pitt, got out to a 10-1 lead and then a 14-5 lead. It's a repeat in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half.
The concern you got to have for Pitt, I thought the game started with A&M's pace, and then Pitt slowed things down. They've done a great job of not fouling, but right now, pace is starting to pick up again.
These are two rosters that are built completely differently. Texas A&M, tons of depth. They go 12 deep. Pitt will only play 7. And as this second half continues, the Aggies will continue to wear down Pitt. And they have opened up an 8-point lead after the AG make.
The guards for Pitt Panthers have got to be telling Coach Capel when he can't guard AG in the post.
Good finish on the inside by Corhen. Because you can't double AG because there's so many shooters on the floor for A&M. Here he is again. AG starting to take over, draws the foul. And he'll be at the line when we come back. 15
matters.
Randolph Childress, Jay Alter with you. Did you go against a Jimmy V coach team?
No, I'm not that old. Thank you.
No, well, he kept coaching after the championship. I know you didn't play against the championship
team.
team.
I didn't play in the 80s, Jay. I'm not that old. Man. It's bad enough you're feeding me meatball subs and pretzels, man. I mean, what are we doing?
The hospitality here in Pittsburgh, top notch. Dr. Jim Barber taking care of us. Texas A&M a 7-point lead. They have grabbed control back in this second half. And all it took was Pittsburgh taking their first lead, and the Aggies have punched back big time.
Yeah, they're using Witherspoon and his size to help break the pressure. I think Cam Corhen's got to help with that as well, with his size, being able to look over the defense.
Shot clock down to 3. Dunning skying to the rim and puts it in. The second effort is good.
It's a really big wing, really athletic, plays bigger than the size there. Driving and absorbing the contact. Being able to keep his balance and offensive rebound and finish.
Rylan Griffin working against Corhen.
Really impressed with Cam Corhen on the defensive end of the floor. He's defending everyone on the court, guard or big.
Holloway, big time make with the shot clock down to 2. And now Pitt running for the first time today. The Panthers have been slowing this game down throughout, but Cialepa slept his way through the defense.
I think Dunning there, showing his athleticism. Takes the contact, gets the finish here. Holloway, nice shot fake there. That's a difficult pull-up there over 2 defenders.
And that was a good change of pace by Pitt. You know, you lull Texas A&M to sleep throughout this game that they're going to go slow, and then boom, Cialepa sneaks behind everybody. This is the first of 2. Third annual ACC SEC Challenge continues tomorrow on ESPN. A monster doubleheader, Louisville at Arkansas in a top 25 matchup. And then NC State is at Auburn. We just saw Louisville last week. Randolph Cardinals up to 6 in the country.
They are, and I think they're as good as anyone. Freshman Michael Brown is really talented freshman point guard, but the depth and the shooting in that team, I think their backcourt shoots as well as anyone in college basketball as a collection of guys. And Pat Kelsey's as good a coach there is. You talk about buckyball, Pat Kelsey in analytics. He has the Louisville Cardinals playing great basketball.
A good defense, Jakari Lane to steal it away. Can he finish it with a 3? No! He was wide open after he stole it away. Everything but the finish. Now Cialepa draws another foul. He is not afraid of contact. The freshman from Brisbane, Australia, grew up playing rugby.
He plays like he wants to feel your body. He wants to feel contact. He's done a great job of cutting on the weak side, going to the offensive glass and running the lane. Working on this perimeter shot, but Coach Capel welcomes his activity.
But he has had to play big minutes at the 4 position with Papa Conte out tonight. Witherspoon spins through 2, didn't get a clean look at it, just kind of threw it up there. The A&M defense has been relentless in this second half. Good pass, AG missed the layup, regathers, goes up strong and is fouled.
It's been so many times here with the Panthers. They're just not communicating if they're switching or they're not. Here, it should be a switch. You don't communicate. Giving AG the angle, and now he's just relentless. And Miner gets caught with his hands in the cookie jar like they're trying to ice the ball screen. If that's Dunning in there icing, he can't let him come back middle. If they're switching, it's just a really late switch. And it's a mistake that they're going to pay for. Free throws.
Aging back-to-back games against ACC opponents where he has found a double-double. At 17 and 17 to the win against Florida State. 17 and 10 already tonight. And he has been a problem for Pitt throughout. So they just keep feeding him. Checks out after he makes 2 for the former Panther, Federico. And A&M has tied their largest lead of the night. And the pressure suffocating. Pitt has to use a timeout. The Aggies, with all the momentum in this second half, they're back up by 9 on the road.
40 minutes. And this team, as a whole, had their first practice since June with everyone yesterday. And here we are, December 1st, and they get finally get all your guys together. Coach McMillan finally feels like not only does he have his full complement of players, he's starting to feel like his guys are in the condition and shape that he wants them to be in to play a full 40 minutes of the style and the way he wants to play.
Witherspoon misfires out of the timeout. And he thinks the chemistry of this team is just starting to click. But this team is just going to get better and better over the course of the season. And already tonight, in the ACC SEC Challenge on the road, they've looked very good. The former Panther gets his bucket. Federico, a fan favorite in his 2 years in Pittsburgh, delivers A&M their largest lead of the night.
And that's a mistake there on the defense. Cam Corhen, you never want to let, when you're in drop coverage, let the offensive guy get behind you. You know, in drop coverage, the weak side guard is not expected to help because you should stay between the ball and basket, but also as low as your offensive player. In that time, Federico able to get behind the defense.
Pitt completely out of their offensive rhythm right now. They're in a scoring drought of more than 2.5 minutes. It's allowed Texas A&M to pile up the points. 19-6 run. Cummings, kick out. Corhen finally fires it home.
Jay, paint touch, paint touch, paint touch. Pitt shooting 50% from the floor, but only 26% from three. Continue to get in the paint, play off 2 feet.
Dominguez, a deep three. It's good.
Wow.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. And the Spaniard sharpshooter has just buried his 4th three of the night.
He's shooting 49% of the year, and his numbers are going up. He's 4 of 6 from behind the three-point line. It's unbelievable streak in the way he shoots the basketball.
Indrusaitis turnaround, can't finish it. Nearly fell to Corhen. It'll stay Pitt ball off Federico. Ruben Dominguez, one of the best shooters in all of college basketball in this young season.
Yeah.
National player, 150 pro games in Europe, a lot of those coming in Spain for the club Bilbao, who won the European Cup a year ago.
And Jay, the ACB is one of the best leagues in all of Europe. And you see the international players coming over. It's why you see the G League guys being able to come over, because these guys are coming over with a pro look and coming over with so much pro experience. Dunning there saves another one.
I mean, that's a trend that both of us would expect to continue, as Dunning did well to deny Dominguez this time.
Yeah, look at the effort running back there. He misses the steal, but just contest, great contest at the high point, and the length and athleticism to block that shot. I think Dunning could be in a conversation, but if he wants to put so much energy into that side of the ball, could be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
I mean, he's been the brightest spot for Pitt tonight.
His versatility on the defensive end, he's been able to switch. He's held his own against bigger guys.
Corhen pulled the rug, and AG lost his balance. A jump ball as things get physical, and a technical foul.
Great job officiating there. I thought Mack and Baco got a push there at the end of the play, and officials caught that. I think you can see it here. Just another great defense again by Cam Corhen on the inside, and right here. See the push there by Baco.
Well, he had Indrusaitis in a headlock.
Yeah, but that was just going for the basketball.
Right. And then, as he wrestles the ball away, shoves him.
Yeah. Indrusaitis is just like, what are you upset about? You put me in a headlock and throw me, and then you're upset. Yeah, that push there was where it went a little overboard.
So DeMarco Minor, 2 free throws because of the technical. And this was a 2-point game at halftime. And before that made free throw, Texas A&M had outscored Pitt 22-12 in the second half. And sometimes it can take a technical foul to spur a team on.
Jay, The Aggies are shooting 61% here in the second half, and after only shooting 39% in the first half, they're starting to pull away. Let's see if the Panthers can take advantage of that technical foul.
Shot clock down to 4. Dominguez, with only 2.3 on the timer, is fouled. DeMarco Minor reached in there and he didn't have to.
Yeah, he was trying to fight to get through the screen. I don't think Dominguez knew how much time was left on the shot clock. 2
no,
seconds
because
left.
of the technical foul, I don't think A&M realized that it did not reset.
No.
So bailed out there by Minor, and now a fresh 20. Dominguez leaves it. The one-handed hammer rejected by the rim.
Pitt's right there hanging around.
Corhen a 3, missed it, way off the mark.
That's just not his strength. And again, if there's one difference between these two teams is this. When Barco changes things with his ability to shoot from the perimeter, everyone else I think is better attacking the basket off the bounce. When both teams, the frontline guys, do a better job of just driving it, getting the paint. There's no shot blockers.
Foul on the floor before the Indrusaitis bucket.
Good things happen again for the Panthers. Foul here. Just continue to try to drive it or throw a post up inside and play inside out if you're the Pitt Panthers. It's just your formula for success.
Midway through the second half, Texas A&M already 16 fouls, so the next one, Pitt, will be in the bonus. Dunning on the drive, tough take for 2.
Hadn't had an answer for him all night long. Again, at his size and athletic ability, when he puts it down and gets to the paint, once he elevates, there's no one on the Texas A&M roster to bother a shot.
Lane lost the handle. It's loose, regathered. Griffin, open 3, missed it.
That's a play that won't show up on the box score, but Minor did a great job. He had a decision to make. Dominguez will give it to Griffin, and I thought he made the right choice. You don't give Dominguez open looks. He's burned you for 4 threes already. Cam Corhen, you got to put him in the rim.
Backing down Dominguez, and Cam Corhen makes it a 6-point game.
His game isn't shooting threes, just getting in that paint, scoring. And he did a great job there, taking advantage of his size.
Texas A&M in a 3-minute scoring drought, 6-0 run Pitt. Aggies take a timeout. Third annual ACC-SEC Challenge tipping off tonight in Pittsburgh. Randolph Childress, J. Alter with you. Just as Texas A&M was starting to separate, here comes Pitt on a 6-0 run.
Well, I thought the technical foul motivated these guys. Gave them a chance to settle down, get some momentum, and they're back to attacking the paint. They're back to defending and rebounding, getting themselves back in this game. Just when you thought A&M was going to pull away, back comes the Panthers.
Dominguez contested 3, missed it. Pitt dialed in on defense, a 6-0 run since that technical foul. 2-possession game, under 9 minutes to go. Minor cross-court pass. Indrusaitis drives, and a jump ball, possession arrow with Pitt. So ball will stay underneath the Panthers' hoop.
Indrusaitis will learn that all he has to do is get that ball up to the rim. If he doesn't make the shot, Cam Corhen is there with the mismatch. The mismatch is the reason he got that shot. 2 guys went inside to Cam Corhen there. He's got to know, get it up on the glass. No one there to stop Cam Corhen from cleaning that up. I often tell guards a lot of times, if you drive it Just don't get your shot blocked. You got to get it up to the glass on switches. Give your big man a chance to clean it up.
Indrusaitis this time up and in for 2.
And all that's because, again, they don't want to switch any guard on Cam Corhen. So he's involved in every action on the offensive end of the floor. Let's hope he can sustain it for the remaining 8 minutes.
Nearing a 4-minute scoring drought for A&M. They've missed their last 6 shots. Make it 7. This Pitt defense is frustrating A&M. And it's led to an 8-0 Panthers run with 8 minutes to play.
Going to a ball screen. Cam Corhen trying to force a switch.
Step back 3. It's good! DeMarco Minor makes it a 1-point game.
Jay, when you hit game winners like that, it gives you so much confidence. Step up and take and make big shots.
Yeah, hit the buzzer beater 3 to beat Ohio State on Friday. Now on a Tuesday, gives Pitt an 11-0 run.
And this is when A&M gets into trouble. A lot of dribbling, not a lot of ball and body movement.
But another errant shot. They have missed 8 straight.
Yeah, that's not buckyballing, and we talked about that in shoot-around. That's when they get in trouble. Is when a lot of guys start dribbling, holding on to the basketball. It's not movement, it's not body movement, ball movement.
Minor again. Can't connect. Corhen trying to haul in the offensive rebound. Pitt keeps it alive.
They're caught in the cross switch if they can get it inside to Cam Corhen.
They do. Dominguez called for the foul. And now Cam Corhen can give Pitt the lead from the foul line at the free throw line to regain the lead for the Panthers, who looked left for dead, down 12 in this second half.
Yeah, they got motivated by that technical foul. They got free throws, and then since then they upped their intensity on the defensive end of the floor, started attacking the paint, stopped settling for threes. And on the other end, the one thing Coach McMillan does not want in Bucky ball is a lot of dribbling and standing around. And the Yankees have been doing a lot of that the last 8 possessions.
Under 7 minutes to play. Pitt back in front by 1, leading for just the 2nd time tonight. Texas A&M has missed their last 8 shots, 5 minutes scoreless. Desperate for a bucket, and they turn it over. The Pitt defense continues to deliver.
That's Minor that time, not being burnt by the reject of the ball screen. Did a good job of cutting Hill off.
Good pass. It's a 3. Nojus, Indrusaitis buries it.
That's a play Coach Caper was working on in the shoot-around, knowing the defense that the Aggies were going to play. And
Clements trying to back down Indrusaitis, gets to the block and scores. Count it, plus the foul. Zach Clements.
Indrusaitis is having a difficult time on these bigs and the switches. There's no help coming, but a great job there. And it's Cam Corhen on the roll inside. Spray into the corner. Indrusaitis knocking down a 3. But here on the other end of the floor, he's just having the size advantage of these bigs. And it's difficult for any guard to sustain a big that long, that length of time. Too many dribbles, no help, no digs.
Clements completes the and 1, and it's back to a 1-point game with under 6 minutes in regulation.
Your Minor again. Here's Dominguez, got to bring it up, and again, they're going to go back to the zone.
They made a really good offensive rhythm. They've made 5 of their last 7.
Yeah. Get a touch inside the 3-point line. Off the dribble or the Cam Corhen inside.
Shot clock down to 4. Corner 3 doesn't fall, but in perfect position, Barry Dunning Jr. cleans up the spill.
There's been no answer for him all night long.
Here's Jakari Lane. Driving baseline. Good take, and it rolls in for the senior.
Mike with a strong move there, bumping Cummings off the spot, using his physicality to finish. job here by Minor, not settling for that shot. Again, 10 seconds left. The ball spending way too much time in the three-point line.
Ripped away, Jakari Lane, up ahead Griffin, and he puts Texas A&M back in front.
Jay, this is where the wearing down's coming from. Indrusaitis has got to get off the ball and let another decision maker have the basketball now.
They went to the lob to Corhen. AG says no. Up ahead Griffin, and he is hammered. A hard foul. Brandon Cummings came down on Rylan Griffin. Griffin, who just came back tonight after missing the last 2 games with an injury, has stayed down for the Aggies.
Critical turnovers here. Young guards of the Panthers are getting sped up here, and they've got to settle down and handle this pressure. And here Cummings just elevates, and he falls down on Griffin's legs here, and here's a steal. Back-to-back turnovers there. Pitt goes from up 1 to down 1, and
in this second half, Pitt had done so well,
yeah,
limiting the turnovers, keeping care of the basketball, and in 2 possessions, Texas A&M takes it away and turns it into points.
Yeah, Minor struggle. I think he's tired. He's starting to fatigue. Let other guys bring it up. He's got to command the basketball. He and Brandon Cummings get Pitt, handle the pressure, get Pitt in the offense.
Griffin looks okay to continue. Makes the first. The ACC SEC Men's Challenge continues over on ESPN. Tipping off at 9:30. North Carolina at Kentucky.
It's a big game for both teams. They both need it. UNC needs to show they can win a game with Seth Trimble being out a big game. And Kentucky has been all over the place to start the year, and both teams can use that win.
Now, both of these teams here in Pittsburgh coming off their best win of the season. Texas A&M a blowout win against Florida State. Pitt a buzzer beater to beat Ohio State. Final 4 minutes of regulation, and somebody's going to come away with another big-time Power 4 win. A&M is pulled back in front with a 6-0 run. Witherspoon spins into the lane, hands it off for Corhen, who hammers it home.
That's a great possession there by the freshman. They bring him in the game and allow him to be the point guard to see over the defense to handle the pressure. He runs the ball screen with Cam Corhen. They switch. Just the patience inside to create for a teammate. And taking the next step mentally is the freshman Witherspoon.
Lane, he has controlled this game down the stretch and draws the foul again. Both teams in the bonus as we have a...
Got to continue to take care of the basketball, and you got to rebound. I think both teams have an advantage. But Pitt on the offensive end, when Cam Corhen is involved in the action, because of the switching, allows him an advantage. And right now, on the other end is when Texas A&M involved AG in the action. So Pitt had to have an answer for him.
Jakari Lane nails them both from the line. 3-point lead for Texas A&M, and they can set up their full court pressure. We've talked about how Texas A&M, with their buckyball style, they want to wear a team down. So in the final 3 minutes, they're the fresher team. Let's see who Pitt goes with down the stretch here. They've only played 7 players tonight.
Trusting this freshman Witherspoon with the basketball and the decision making. And so far in the second half, lately, he's been making good decisions.
Here he is, lefty, off the window, no good.
Not a great possession there, great shot. Tried to get it to Cam Corhen inside. Great job on the interior for the Aggies. And this game will come down to half-court execution as well.
Dominguez tangled up, gets the ball back. It draws the foul. Both teams in the bonus, so shooting on every foul the rest of the way. This will be a 1-on-1.
And this is where Lane's experience in late game situations. Again, Pitt's relying on a very inexperienced backcourt. They're allowing Witherspoon to handle the pressure, but at that point, I think Minor needs to get the basketball and getting the ball screen. They got to involve Cam Corhen a lot earlier in their offense.
Dominguez knocks down the first and earns the second.
I think this is a big possession coming up for the Panthers. Got to get a paint touch. Got to get something at the rim. And if it's a three, it needs to come off dribble penetration or post up.
5-point deficit, both teams with 2 timeouts the rest of the way.
Yeah, Meyer does a great job here. Go back and get it. Get your team off the zone.
And this is where Pitt has struggled, failing to get it inside where they've had the most success. Miner weaves his way through. Shot clock down to 5. Cross-court pass. Finds Witherspoon. Step back. And it rims out no good. Offensive rebound, Dunning. Jump ball, possession arrow, Texas A&M. The Aggies defense stands tall, and they get the ball back, leading by 5.
Dunning's done a great job all night, crashing the offensive glass and seeing him tipping it and keeping it alive. But AG with a great job walling up, causing a turnover. I think this is a big possession, as big as we've had in this game.
Well, with 2 minutes to go, Texas A&M looking to add to this 5-point lead. They have led throughout. Pitt has made it uncomfortable. Can the Aggies get this to the finish line and escape with a road win in the ACC-SEC Challenge? What a cut! Dominguez left all alone, and he makes it a 7-point lead.
Just a back screen there that Pitt needed to switch. No communication. Dominguez gets the easy layup.
Pull up 3, nothing but air. And this one unraveling down the stretch for the home team Panthers.
I mean, here's the back screen with the freshman. You got 2 freshmen defensively involved in a play with Witherspoon and Indrusaitis, and they don't communicate, they don't switch. Indrusaitis is looking for help, and that's what you get sometimes when you're dealing with young guys and freshmen, and the critical time to make that type of mistake by the freshmen. And just the difference in this game, and I think Lane and Griffin and their experience in the backcourt, and even the experience of Dominguez, it's just been the difference here.
Since Pitt took the lead, Texas A&M on a 12-2 run. AG left all alone. That's not usually his shot, but he drills it. Rashawn AG from 3.
So a lot easier to take that shot when you're up 7. Knocks it down.
Witherspoon in trouble, kicks it out. Pitt needs this 3, and they get it. Nojus, Indrusaitis gives Pitt a little luck.
It goes a long way.
So the clock started to run after Dominguez passed it to Lane, which you can do after a make. So they got to reset the clock here.
Now, Dunning should know he should have stayed there on Dominguez. He wanted you to foul him, but trap him and don't foul.
Whistles, and a timeout was taken before a foul or a travel. Pitt was screaming it was a travel. A&M was screaming it was a foul, and the officials say it was an Aggies timeout.
Aaron, where is it? Bucky McMillan was at the half-court line calling a foul, calling a timeout. I think the timing of it was great, because if not, I thought Dominguez there was in trouble. He started slide. Watch that left foot. Start sliding that left foot. Look at him. Both feet are moving.
You see, it was AG calling the timeout.
Yeah, that's a moonwalk there, buddy. I think they got away with travel. He slid the right and the left foot. But again, Bucky was nearly at half court calling a timeout. And I think the Aggies got away with one there.
Well, Texas A&M will take it as they're trying to cling on to a 7-point lead. This would be their first true road win of the season. A team that has improved their chemistry under a first-year head coach, playing 12 guys that all came from different locations. And Bucky McMillan said, look, the chemistry is going to continue. The style, the conditioning to play this style of basketball is such an adjustment. In early December, it's going to look totally different come March. But if you can learn and win,
yes,
that makes it even better.
And again, and you're talking about December 1st being the first time you have your full complement of roster of players. You got to be happy. Your team is 6-2, and this is the 4th game on the road. They're in a little bit of an ACC stretch here with beating Florida State and 41 seconds away of potentially beating Pitt. And then next they get SMU.
Pitt with their backs against the wall here. Gotta go quick. Ton of time coming off the clock. Now just 30 seconds left. Minor heaves a three, hits it. No, Pitt's getting the threes. Back-to-back triples for the Panthers. 27 seconds. That was nearly taken away by Minor. And instead, Rylan Griffin is fouled.
The problem with being in this situation against the Aggies is Lane had missed a free throw this year, and Griffin shooting 91%. So,
and he'll get 2 because now A&M's in the double bonus.
Difference in this game down the stretch is just the experience of Lane and Griffin.
And how good A&M has been from the foul line.
Yeah, and Dominguez involved in that as well with the backdoor layup and draw a couple of fouls. You're so worried about him shooting and making shots. He started the free throw shooting here late.
Texas A&M 17 of 19 from the foul line. They've made their last 5 shots. And you couldn't play better down the road in a 1-possession game. They got the separation they needed. 90% from the free throw line. That's a good recipe to win. Corhen puts it in. 2-possession game, 6-point lead, under 20 seconds left.
I don't think he touched the basketball enough here down the stretch.
Who?
Cam Corhen. I think he needed to touch it a lot more or be involved in the action. But again, when you got an inexperienced youth and guards, Witherspoon, I thought, played a great game, handled the pressure a couple of times, got sped up.
What did you say before the game?
Yeah.
You know, Pitt there 5-0 when they hold the team under 70. They're 0-3 when they allow 70 or more.
And the streak continues. Yeah.
That's the magic number.
That is the magic number for them. And they're going to be kicking themselves because I thought the staff did a great job of telling them what was going to happen. I thought some of the guys were a little slow. I thought the first 8 points they gave up was all mistakes by the Panthers. Rejecting ball screens, not communicating on the switch. And when you're not great offensively and able to make that up, and you're kind of a grinded out style, even though you're young, you've got to be rock solid on those type of communications.
A deep 3 off the mark, and Texas A&M will hold on. Even with the travel, they've got an 8-point cushion. You know, Pitt took the lead 63-62 with 5:05 to go, and from then on, Bucky McMillan's team found a new gear. Now, this is a very impressive road win for a team that beats Florida State and Pitt. They can head back to College Station 7-2. It earns a point for the SEC in the ACC SEC Challenge.